To be arrogant and anointed is a disgrace. And if I offend you by that statement, then I'm talking to you. And more than likely, you need to hear what I'm about to say. Now, when I mean arrogant and when I mean by being anointed and arrogant, I do not mean that you don't have the right to be arrogant. I'm saying that you think that the scripture, Psalms 105 and 15, that says, "Do my prophet no harm," applies to every situation in your life, and it doesn't. And I could be wrong I could be assuming, by saying this, that every time someone offends you and you get it in your head that God is going to punish them, am I tripping by asking this question? Don't you keep getting offended? Don't you keep getting betrayed? Don't you keep being let down? Maybe not. I know I have. That's why I stopped using it. That's why I stopped being arrogant as an anointed, chosen vessel by God. By being a prophetess, like y'all like to say. I just like to say God used me as a vessel. You know what I'm saying? I stopped using that scripture, or I stopped believing that God was going to get people back who hurt me, because I kept getting offended. I kept getting disrespected. I kept getting betrayed. I kept getting talked about. I kept being mistreated, used, abused. I kept going through it. And it wasn't until recently where God was telling me, like, shouted, I'm not going to pay everybody back for what they did to you. But I'm going to keep letting them do it to you because you think that you are that precious to me that the enemy can't get to you. Y'all got to realize, y'all say that, right, as Christians. I've been in so many churches, been around so many believers. We're supposed to understand that we're under a spiritual attack because we're in the spiritual realm. We forget that people are not just people, they are spirits. Some of them are holy vessels and some of them are demonic vessels. And we have to remember that God uses and the devil uses as well. They both use people for their own benefit. Sometimes some people have both going on. Some of them get used by the devil, some of them get used by the Lord at the same time sometimes, you know. And we forget that. We forget that this is not... we're humans, we have flesh. But people's personalities and things like that, their ways, or, you know, some of it could be demonic. Sometimes it could be God showing you, like, bro, you ain't that nigga like you think you is. If I offend you, so what? Okay, I just wanted to tell you that. Anyways, I love y'all. Peace.